Alright, we're back. I'm gonna delete this video too, but I'm thinking about going out here and getting this some more fishing in real quick. But oh, we got the little setup, bro. We got the little setup here. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see really, but there's plenty of room. I'm glad they didn't cut my poncho. Oh yeah, bro. This is excellent. This is excellent. You don't even need a stinking mattress, bro. Let me see if I can get you guys to see that a little better. I might be able to actually just do it like this. You can slide up underneath here. This kind of reminds me of what I forgot his name. Really big monkey. Haven't watched this channel in a while, but he's another bushcrafter, camper type dude. But kind of seems like stuff he does, kind of like his videos a little bit. But other than the fact that there's like a stinking, probably a log or a root or something. I mean, this is really comfortable. This trash bag is just laying right on top of leaves. Now, one concern to be camping out like this, depending on the type of year or time of year, would be the bug situation, especially at night, man, because I mean, you can only imagine the size of spiders out here in the summertime. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I guarantee you there are some super large size creepy crawlies that you just don't want to be bedding down with. I mean, they might want to cuddle up to you, but they might get you in the net when you're not looking. Oh goodness, man. This is relaxing. See, this is really what I came out here to do. In all honesty, I didn't come out here to film a video. I came out here to fish today and then take a nap. I was gonna set up a tarp and take a nap, and my current situation, there's somebody at my home that's sick, and so I'm trying to space off and not be involved as much as I can while they're there, and so it puts me out in the field, and that's fine by me. It's a good time, honestly. But I'd like to test this out tonight. And the cool thing too is because of the temperature right now, it's just cold enough that where you're not gonna get the creeping crawly stuff. I mean, you might. I think you would. I think there's gonna be some spiders out here, and they're all up underneath all these leaves and stuff like that. So most of that stuff here in Oklahoma, you do have brown recluse, But brown recluse generally, those spiders are generally up inside of stuff, and they like to hide in places that are dark where they don't get bothered. So you're generally not going to get bit by a brown recluse out here. The main type of spider that you're going to really be running into is more the kind of grass spiders. And the grass spiders in Oklahoma, they can get, you know, silver dollar sized. Some of them can get pretty big and gnarly, but those spiders, I mean, they might bite you if they, you know, you get messing with them, or if you roll on them and bother them, they might hit you. But and I've been bit by one of those things, and they do hurt. I mean, it's like a bee sting. And just depending on the size of them, they could probably be pretty painful, but they're not the type of spiders that, I mean, their venom isn't super potent to the point to where it's going to severely hurt or kill you. So you really don't have to worry about that. And then the black widow situation, generally those, I don't think they're going to be anywhere near me. That's more of a, I don't know where they hang out in the natural wild, but I know that they like to hang out in the corners of your garages and stuff, and in your fence. But all I'm just saying is I don't think you really have to worry about creepy crawlies. And then as far as predators out here, we don't have bears. We don't have, I mean, we got mountain lions, but not in my area. We've got bobcats, but not in my area. That's more out in the woodland, countryside area that you got to deal with more of those. I'm more in the city than anything. I'm in the city, so yeah, these trash bags are nice because they give you a nice little place to mat to lay on, but it's ultra light. You don't got to carry a bunch of gear, you know. That's an amazing piece of survival kit. Just a regular thick mill contractor trash bag. And these are honestly not even, these are the thick mill, but they're not even contractor bags. This is like 1 gauge thinner. Like the contractor bags, I think, are 3 mil. This is probably a 1 mil bag, 1 or 2 mil bag, I don't know. So it's just a little bit lighter. And then you can take this. Bam. You're all set up for a nap, boy, and I needed to lay down. I could just take a nap right now, but I really want to get up and go fish a little bit, and probably going to go home. Well, I'm going to go fish for a little bit while we still got light, and then I'm probably going to go home, and then I might even get my bigger kit and come back out here and set up and do a overnighter and film that, and then put that up on my YouTube account as well. That way we can do an overnighter, and then I'm going to wake up tomorrow after the overnighter, and I'm going to fish and see if we can't catch some more bass tomorrow. But it's just that time of the year where it's like early winter time, and so the temperatures, it gets down to the mid 40s to low 40s at night, sometimes the high 30s, but the daytimes are mid 50s to today. Actually, the high today is 60 degrees, so it warms back up. But it's just a nice time for doing any kind of outdoor campouts to be able to test your gear, because you're not out breaking a sweat. There's not an overwhelming amount of bugs and mosquitoes, and you know, you're not it's just comfortable. You know, it's comfortable. You're not freezing, and you're not sweating your nuts off all night long. So, man, this is comfortable. I can't believe how comfortable this is, just laying on the ground. There's leaves underneath me and grass and a trash bag on top. I mean, there's not even a need for a mattress. Man, it is really comfortable. I'd sleep like a stinking baby out here. And there's not really any need for the only other, I mean, we've got skunks, we've got possums, and we've got raccoons as far as and we got armadillos. Those are our varmints here. And squirrels. We got squirrels here. But other than that, man, there's just not much reason to it's not like you're gonna get bothered, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not in an area where people are gonna be much of a bother either. I mean, I'm in a wooded area inside the city, and so but it's out of the way enough to where there's just not a reason for anybody to come back here. And I've scoped the area pretty stinking well, and there's just not a lot of people out here for any particular reason. You know, some kids might just on a random whim come out here on some kind of an adventure thing because they're out playing with airsoft guns or something. But as far as, man, that is a slick shelter, guys. I'm telling you, it's roomy, it's nice, the trash bag works. It's a functional deal. I mean, if I was caught out in a situation and I had no place to live, no place to go, if I was stuck out in the field, and it was raining, wet conditions, this would definitely be a substantial shelter for you to stay dry and warm. I mean, I don't know how warm, you know, if there was any amount of wind, rotating wind, I don't know how much wind protection this would get, or how much protection it would give you if there was a shit ton of wind. But you know, whatever. Let's see, are we recording? Yes, we are. All right, folks. So what we're gonna do now is throw this glove on. I need some kind of a chest mount for this phone. I could probably build something out of this. I guarantee you I could use some of that bank line. Oh my god, I might have to. Because I've got to show you guys, like, my fishing is so much fun. I'm in a wooded area by, do I have anything else I need? See, my little stealth camp is freaking incredible. Other than those blue tires, now, what I do want to do, nah, it'll be fine. Nobody's gonna bug it. Walking, we are walking. The beautiful thing about being out in these woods too is if I need to go to the bathroom, I can totally do it. Because I keep wipes on deck, son. That is a super important thing to do. So, bass doesn't taste the greatest, but it's food. So in a grid down situation, if stores stop running, bass are going to be an excellent source of food depending on what part of the country you live in. Crappie's another good one, and you know, a lot of those other fish. But oh, you know what I should have done? I know what I'm going to do. Give me a second. I'm going to bring one of my bags so I can set up a camera in a way to where you guys can hopefully be able to watch some of this fishing action going down. Because one thing I will say, I watch Dilbert Teague's channel on YouTube, and he's from Louisiana, and he's starting a fishing channel. I really like his channel. He seems like a really, really nice guy. But I will say to you, Dilbert, man, you've got to get you a GoPro or a way to be able to film yourself fish, man. Please start filming yourself fish, because he does a great description in his videos, and I love checking in with him, but I got to see him fish, you know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to fix and remedy right now, son. Maybe that's what I can use. And sometimes you just gotta build yourself a tripod just out of primitive sticks and leaves and whatever you can find. Oh gosh, because not everybody has got the budget to support some type of gnarly channel like some of these guys got, because some of these guys got some paper. I was making pretty good money there for a little bit, but construction business is hard, man, and you gotta deal with so many personalities. And I was a stellar painter. I was a good business owner too, but I just I get upset dealing with people, and I harbor. Oh, that was a bass or something. That was a bass or a turtle or something. So we finna sneak up on him, dog. I'm not gonna get into all my personal stuff with you guys, because that's something I'm gonna have to watch on this channel too. It's just saying too much. Everybody don't need to know about all my personal stuff. This ain't therapy session. Bro, see right now it's about 55, 60 degrees outside. Honestly, I think the temperature's around 60. And I think it's perfect bassing weather right now. This is because this is the time that these bass nice and sunny outside. So I gotta make do with an iPhone, man. I've heard of guys who have had entire channels, nice big channels, run off an iPhone. Shoot, guys, if I had food on me, I wouldn't even leave. I'm telling you, I wouldn't even leave tonight. I gotta see what you guys can see. What can you guys see? You guys can see quite a bit. That's a pretty good view. So, I'm gonna let you guys. What I was talking about on bass lures. Bass lures are pretty simple. Anything shad profile, your crankbaits, your swim baits, creature baits, your soft plastics. But these things, dog, right here, bro, are the champions. Carolina rig, not the Gary Yamamoto. He has pretty lures, okay? And yeah, they work, whatever. Yum brand. Look, they got that slit in the back of the worm right there. Perfectly sets that Carolina rig hook. It gives it a landing strip for the rest of that hook to sit in. That way it doesn't protrude off the top of the bait. And the specifically green pumpkin with the chartreuse tail, I think that lure has produced more fish for me than the watermelon red flake yum dinger. And the reason these yum dingers, not only are they have that channel in there, but the color of chartreuse is a little bit more subdued, and then also it's a tougher soft plastic than the Gary Yamamoto. These things hold up, dude. I beat the crap out of these stinking things. Those Gary Yamamotos, bro, if you catch a fish on one of them, you might catch one fish or two fish off of it before that thing is all broken and falling to pieces. or just fish with it for 30, 45 minutes, and next thing you know, that thing is busting, breaking apart. Like, you'll go through a whole stinking pack of those worms, a $5 pack of worms in one session. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about that, bro. So, and plus they're like $5-6, depending on where you go. I've seen them up to $7.50. These ones, actually, I think I've seen them up at upwards of $8 before. These ones, $3. $3 stinking dollars, and you get more of them in a pack. So the rule of thumb on these: pitch them, let them hit the water, just let them sit there. You let them sit there for 15-20 seconds before you even touch it, and then all you're doing is you're lightly raising your rod tip, dragging it along the bottom, and then you take up your slack, and that's your cadence. You run the slower the better, honestly. But not too slow. But sometimes you really got to get them, especially in the wintertime, you got to get them, kind of provoke them into taking it, because they're trying to hold on to their energy. They're not really trying to expend a lot. So you really got to kind of put it right in front of their face and entice them into taking them to trigger a strike, because they're not feeding like they are during the summer months. But I already caught one today, so we're gonna see if we can do some damage real quick. So you just leave it alone, let it set. Turtle, I don't know if you can see him. And he's just interested to see what I'm doing. Going to be consistency on these YouTube videos. If y'all wouldn't mind giving me a like and a subscribe, that'd be great. You know, I'd like to see a couple 100,000 viewers, a couple 100,000 subscribers. You know, that'd be nice. I'd also like to see if I can get on a bass for you guys. This is pond bass fishing, so it's a little bit different in the wintertime than it is in a lake. If I was fishing in a lake for you guys right now, I'd definitely be able to, I'd be hitting on some bass all the time. And this pond does produce, but these fish, if I catch one, when I pull one of these out of here, you'll see it, they're white. The fish have lost all their color, because fish, something had it. You can always tell, because that worm will always be all funky and curled up on the end of your hook. I didn't even feel him hit it though. I did not even feel it. To adjust that camera as I move around the pond. feel it. You're gonna feel thump, thump, thump. You'll feel it in your line. You'll feel either a thump or it'll be a thump, thump, thump in real quick succession. When you feel that, you immediately tighten down. You give your reel a crank and you crank down and tighten down on it. Yank and snap back on your rod as hard as you can. Not as hard as you can, but I mean you really want to snap that rod. And get a good hook set. And you'll have a bass, bro. Another thing too, being quiet when you walk up on your source. A lot of guys, they stomp around, they make a lot of stinking noise. Really, honestly, having the camera back as far as I've got it back probably isn't a good thing, because I'm having to, you know, kind of throw my voice a little bit so you guys can hear me in the video. But I'm probably talking a little bit too loud, because your voice carries, and the vibration from the sound waves of your voice goes into the water, and those bass can hear it in there. So you don't want them to know that you're around. So the less noise that you can make, the better. I mean, you are hunting, and bass aren't stupid. So see if we can get in again. You see how slow I'm working this. It's not a fast way to fish. This is finesse fishing. You'll see 1,000 ways to fish, but I'm telling you, I have done so many stinking numbers, and I don't know what some pro fishing they are, but I have done serious numbers on worms, like serious numbers. I'm telling you, I'd be out. I do. On days guys weren't catching jack crap, I was putting about 8 or 9 of them on the board, homie. 8 or 9 on one pond this size, or any bottom. I would outfish everybody, and it was just with a worm, because you take your time. You don't outfish the fish, man. You take your time with this, and over time, you'll put numbers on the board. It might seem like it's taking you a long time, but over the entire stretch of your fishing session, you'll probably have, by the end of the time, you'll have about 7 or 8 fish on the board, while everybody else only caught 2, because they're ripping and running with crankbaits and chatterbaits and any other kind of bait. But you just slow and steady wins the race, bro. Hit it like the tortoise and the hare story, bro. Be that tortoise, and you'll get there. When you get there, you'll have higher numbers, and you'll have higher numbers of bigger fish. Now, I am saying that on a day like today where I might not even catch anything today, guys, in all honesty. But I've only caught 1 fish per day out here that I really had to work for, and it's just because of the time of year that it is. It's just, I know this body of water, it's just this particular body of water. We hope to get on, but I don't know if we're going to get on, you dig? people want to fish worms way too fast. Y'all need to slow down. I creep mine along the bottom, bro. Little, like inch, half inch, 3-inch movements at a time. Depending on the time of year, look, hit it like that. Bam, hit it like that. There's been times where I've been hit right off on that. Look, that's how you can always tell a fish was on your lure. When you feel that thump or you feel them messing with it, that worm will always be curled. That's how you know you missed a hit. It's an indicator. It's a major indicator. Sometimes with these, when they start to rip out all the time, you got to readjust that hook. These soft plastic lures, like if you baby them, they can last a long time, man, and be a pretty durable option. You don't have to rip through a whole pack of them in a session. There's things when you start to not have as much money on you and you ain't splurging as much cash, is you learn how to adapt, man. I've learned how to make. That's one thing, man. I wish that I would have, because I grew up. It don't matter. You don't want to hear all that. All I'm saying is I always generally had a lot of money. When you start getting tighter on cash, you learn how to adapt. You learn how to live life in a way that's way more efficient and better off, you know, than if you had a bazillion dollars. Because when I had a whole bunch of money, man, I was on those freaking Red Bulls and expensive freaking drinks and expensive this, expensive that, just blowing money on fast food and eating out. Man, that is such a splurginess, stupidest crap. If I would have saved all that stinking money instead of doing that stuff, there's no telling how much, you know, my goodness. The amount of money that I've saved just learning how to be frugal at the grocery store, homie. And on top of that, I've taught myself how to cook. I never knew how to cook, ever in my life. I either had women cook for me, like girlfriends, or family members, or if somebody was, or going out to eat. That's the only time. And so I didn't learn how to cook until my 30s. And now I'm really learning how to cook. Y'all ought to try one of my ribeye steaks. I'm telling you, boy. It's a pan sear. It's olive oil, butter. It's the Gordon Ramsay. It's the Gordon Ramsay steak. But the way that I've learned how to make it as efficient as I have, that thing comes out like butter every single time. I'm telling you. And you can get 2 ribeye steaks right now, even with food prices high as they are. You can get 2 ribeye steaks right now for about anywhere from about $20 to $25. You can get 2 of them. And isn't that what you guys spend at stinking McDonald's on a Big Mac meal anyways? The Big Mac meal, last time I was at McDonald's here recently, that stinking Big Mac meal, that stupid freaking burger meal, it wasn't even a medium, it was just a regular size. That thing was $12. $12. So for 2 Big Mac meals, you can have 2 ribeye steaks. I'd much rather have the ribeye. You already know that McDonald's tastes like Play-Doh anyway. It's not even good. might be a little late in the day for this too, because I've noticed the last two fish I've caught the last 2 days have been in the morning. Right now we're about 3:30 in the afternoon. Generally, my catches have been right around noon, where the day is kind of being, the sun is bright and it's warm outside, and the fish are more active. I know I'm not talking, but I'm trying to focus. I really want to get on. There's some big fish in this pond. There's some 8-9 pound fish in here. Well, maybe not that big. I think the biggest one that came out of here was a 6. Shitty hook set. Some of them, like these fish, they're real lazy, man. They're not really wanting to commit. That's the hard part. Like I said, guys, we may not get on. This you're watching the progression of the channel. Just kind of learning how to do it. It'll come over time. Within riding distance, and I'd really like to take you guys on a crosstown trip. This lake, yeah, we still recording, dog. 44 minutes in. We might not have that much time left, but we're gonna move around some. See if we can get you guys in a little bit better location. I think you can. I don't know how much, but subdued colors. Look how well that shirt blends in with the Oklahoma background. Just all the dead grass. And the shirt's also got some greens in it. It's not camo. May not get on. That's the other thing. I need to clear my phone out so I can get more room for videos, because a lot of the other fishing channels ain't showing you this part. They just show it, they fast forward, show you when they do get hit up. Right now we're just out here straight fishing. get you on. See, that's how it is out here. The fishing just kind of takes a little bit, but you just gotta focus. And if I zone in and I really focus on my fishing, then I'll get one. It'll just take a minute. It'll just take a minute. We're at a lake. That's why I'd like to be able to get you guys over to the lake. Maybe we'll do a lake video here shortly. I'm gonna do a crosstown trek lake video and get you over to my local lake because there's a lot of big fish in there. Shoot, there's big ones in here. Hey, during the summertime, springtime, this little spot's popping, dude. There's big fish in here. But there's some good 7-pound fish, 7-8-pound fish. Problem is that water temperature's so cold, they're just not real happy. I mean, if you're paying attention to the water at all, you don't see any action on top of it. No bugs, no anything. So all their food source is probably underwater. Minnows and stuff. So my lure is probably the only thing making any kind of disruption to the water at all. Two more casts and we're going to scoot down a little bit more. That's another thing to do. Just change up your cast direction. If you've been casting over on the right a couple times, then you got to switch over, hit them on the left, catch them off guard, you know. You make a noise over here, so things shift over there to try to get away, so then you shift direction. That's just pond fishing basics, bro. try the river too. This is about to be action packed. I'm about to step up the notch on the work we're about to put on. I'm gonna put it on the channel. We're gonna go on some adventures here, some urban adventures. Show y'all what's possible off a bike. I hate that it's like that, but you lose a truck, bro. They tear your credit up, and it's whack, bro. These truck payments were $600 a month, and I was just getting exhausted with my job. We're gonna move down. Actually, we're gonna move down all at once. Move down all at once. I'd like to be able to get something on for you guys. Temperature's starting to drop pretty rapidly. It's already low 50s. It was in the 60s. It's already low 50s in about an hour period of time. On the hush hush right now. We're trying to come up with something. Bass Prime, guys. Basically what's going on right now, we're just teasing their feed response to see if we can get them to commit. That's the best you're going to do out here right now. Sometimes you got to take what you can get. It's worth it though to feel them tug on that line. Ooh, boy. Even just the action of fishing, it's enough to feel pretty good. It's way better when you get into that lull, and it just they automatically all of a sudden get hit. Oh man. It's a good feeling. We're probably gonna do 1, 2, 3 more and then we'll cut it. Saw a little blow up over in that side of the wall. Be the last cast, and then we're gonna walk. We're gonna go back up to the campsite here. Gotta pee anyway. I wish this would be the one I got hit on too, boy. I gotta see where this video's at. I want to keep fishing, but I know you guys are here, and I gotta go to the bathroom too. So we'll probably just go ahead and wrap her up. I need to get some food too. I was thinking about keeping my camp set up here. guys, I really want to do an overnighter tonight. I just twisted my ankle. That's another thing you got to watch too, is whenever you're out doing stuff like this, hiking around and doing these outdoor activities, you really got to, you know, pay attention to how you're moving. You might step in a hole and accidentally roll your ankle. You roll your ankle, you're gonna be in some serious stuff. That's where you gotta have a splint handy. That's one thing I don't carry on my in my medical pack. I don't even have a splint. I always just figured I would improvise one if I needed to, because it's all about weight, man. Weight and size. When you're packing stuff, it's about weight and size, but I don't know. STHF would be a combat zone. That's what essentially you're saying. It is grid down. There's potential violence going on, gunfights. I mean, it's a full-on combat scenario. Urban, country, I mean, you never know. I mean, other than the bike here, this little operation's pretty clean. It's pretty low profile too. I would walk back here a little ways to see if you guys could see it, but I know you'd be able to. Sucks, I don't want to end the video, but I need to pee. I'm not going to do that on the... Yeah, so here we are, people. So when these videos shut off, they just shut off, man. It all has to do with how much memory is on my phone, because I got a lot of pictures. I got like 6,000 pictures on this stinking phone. But yeah, that's the camp today. Tonight we're probably gonna come back out. I was thinking about doing an overnighter. We'll see how I feel. But anyways, this is Silver Pony Fieldcraft and Survival, and yeah, thank you for tuning in for however long you did. Please share, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do, because I'd like to be able to see a little bit of a channel, you know, because this is fun for me. I really enjoy doing it. Yeah, that's pretty low key. I mean, blends in pretty good with the background. You can kind of tell. The bike, not so much, but whatever. So I'm also going to probably be spray painting the rain fly to my tent too, because I got a badass tent from Ascend brand as well. It's a one person ultralight, 3-season. Really should have got a 4-season, but you can always convert a 3-season into a 4-season, and the 4 seasons it'll be way lighter than a 4-season. So anyways, thanks for the views, and see you guys on the next one.